Hello guys, welcome back to the Lovely Digest. Trying to revive this channel a little bit. I have so many thoughts, so many things to share running through my mind right now. The first one is it's been a while and I want to acknowledge that. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily. I started this channel because I got diagnosed with Crohn's and was having a hard time finding vloggers or people on the internet to relate to that were my age. So hello, I share a lot of my journey with Crohn's on this channel, and I have in the past, and I'm sure I will continue to. It has been a little while, mostly to just get straight to the point because I didn't feel like I had much to share and I wasn't sure how to keep going. I also was trying to balance a whole bunch of different platforms. I tried out podcasting. I had hosts and I hosted and I had guests on the podcast, and that worked really well for a while. And then with all the different technology involved, again, it just became like a situation where I couldn't keep it up myself with doing everything else. So I've been going through this experience of trying a bunch of different social media outlets and different things to see what I like, and I keep getting the push to come back to YouTube. And I love YouTube, I love watching it, versus social media and podcasting isn't something that I usually stick with personally. So here we go. This video is going to be kind of a mishmash of just like a hi, hello, like where I've been. And also I wanted to share some footage from a trip that Mike and I took. It wasn't even a trip. It was a overnight to a local island. It's really cool. It's a really cool place. I went there when I was young for Girl Scouts, and I don't know how long it's been, or how long they've been doing this, but you can now stay on the island. And I think I found out about it through social media. So I booked a night. It was shockingly cheap, and we just went last night. So I will insert that footage now. So yeah, I'm nervous about sharing this video. I'm nervous about taking this. I clearly had to wrangle myself into it because I took a shower and I'm still in my robe. But I did my hair and I've been watching YouTube myself, and it just inspired me, and I was like, you know what, it's just time. Like, even if it's just this one video, even if it's just this and a couple others, I don't know, I just keep feeling called to talk with you guys. I feel like YouTube, the audience has been, you guys are consistently amazing. And not only the traction, it just feels easier than social media, other forms of social media, but the types of people that it attracts. Very rarely do I get comments on YouTube that are bad. And I haven't really gotten anything like that on Instagram or other platforms, but it just, the fact that people are commenting and that it's all like really positive usually is amazing. And I don't know, the vibes are different, to just get real specific about it. But health-wise, I've been doing really well, and that's another part of why I kind of stopped, was because I was doing really well and I didn't feel like I had a lot to share after my prep with me for a colonoscopy video. I kind of dropped off after that, I think. And that did really well. You guys really love it, and I appreciate all the comments on it. They make me laugh. And they also just make me feel like, yes, I'm helping other people, which was the point of starting this. But I do really enjoy like vlogging like less health related stuff too. I've been really into, I don't know, just going back into my creative side. Not that that's ever really left, but really allowing myself to explore like crafts and DIY. I got a sewing machine. I've borrowed my mom's, which was my grandmother's, for so long and never really bothered to learn how to sew. So I've been learning how to sew, teaching myself how to sew. I've sewn a couple of things, including a jacket, which I'll insert a photo of, that it looks awesome. I feel like the seams might not be the most, you know, I don't know how long it's gonna last. However, it's just still really cool to make things like that. And I've never really been good at 3D stuff. I'm more of like a painter. And I can draw and stuff. But when it comes to 3D stuff, not as good. So this has been super fun, especially because I find that like as a creative person and as someone who really loves fashion, finding the things that I want that aren't like $500 is hard. And a lot of the stuff I'm looking at is not like couture items, like that's not what I'm trying to sew, but like comfy, but things that fit me well personally, because I'm kind of a tall person. I'm 5'8", 5'7" 3/4", I've been told by the doctor. It's very specific, but it's a little bit hard to fit my frame sometimes, and find like pants that are long enough that I like. I really don't like crop styles, so I've been sewing. Long story short, before I go on a full-on tangent. So that's been fun, and I've been sharing that on social media, and on Pinterest, it does really well. I've shared a couple of reels to Pinterest about sewing, and people love it there. But then I go on Instagram, and I just feel like I'm spending so much time making video content that I love, but like not a lot of people are seeing. So in that point, I'm like, okay, well, as much as I love making this video and it's kind of cute and fun, do I want to spend this much time making it for seeing no returns? No. And I don't know if that's because I need to make a whole new Instagram account. And the funny thing, guys, is that I do marketing and design. That is my job. I'm self-employed, and I do social media management. And for myself, I feel like when it comes to branding, design, social media, when it comes to my own stuff, impossible. I don't know what it is. I need to figure it out. But when I do it for other people, it's seamless. It works really well. It feels smoothly. It's fun. I really enjoy it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's all a journey. But YouTube, long story short, I keep coming back to it. Video content is an outlet that I've always loved. I've always loved learning about, and photo and all of that fun stuff. So continuously exploring, and really I feel like finding my style, both design wise and fashion wise, just lifestyle in general. Really filling those shoes and maturing a little bit in the last year, however long it's been since I posted on here. Probably a year, because I also feel like October is the time where I get like the urge to, it's like the back to school feeling, to go back online and share stuff again, and before we all hunker down for Christmas and the holidays. But that being said, I kind of have a plan. Usually I go in with a full-fledged built out plan for exactly what content I want to make, and then I fall off the bandwagon and get really upset at myself and then just quit it completely. So the plan is, I have a lot to share. There's something going on almost every single week between now and Christmas. So I have lots to share with you guys. Hopefully it's interesting. I'll talk a little bit about health in all of them, but none of them are quite Crohn's related anymore. I will obviously label things as such when you see the titles, and you can get an idea of like, I don't know if that content's gonna resonate or not, if it's not Crohn's related. But if you guys, as always, have any specific video requests, I'm happy to take a look at them and explore them. Just leave me a comment below, and I read every single comment. I get them in emails and I love reading them. So yeah, one health update that isn't going to be its own video, so I'll tell you about it here because it's hilarious, is that I have been on infusions. I've been on Inflectra since I was diagnosed, since like a year and a half into having Crohn's. And I've only been on Inflectra. That's the only one I've ever taken. I'm currently going every 6 weeks. And the week before my infusions, I'm usually okay, but I can tell that my immune system is kind of crashing. I'll get really sore in my neck. And I've always thought that it was just like something else. Like I've been horseback riding again. I've been trying to work out again. This is something that like I really need to work out how I want to manage my schedule, because I keep falling off the bandwagon on a lot of different things. But I've been so sore in my neck lately, and I've talked to my massage person about it. I've talked to chiropractors about it. I've talked to everyone about it. I wake up one morning with this guy, clogged pore, turned, full-on abscess. It was a grand old time. Also, sorry, I know this is distracting me as well. I just blow dried my hair. I go to the emergency room because I was washing my face, and I have never had my lymph nodes blow up. Like, I knew that my lymph nodes have blown up before. Obviously, they always blow up when you're sick. Like these ones on the sides of your neck. This one, I did not even know lymph nodes existed there. And I was washing my face and I felt a hard lump and was immediately like thyroid cancer. I got my blood work taken every single time I go for an infusion. So, I mean, the idea that something would have come up in 5 weeks, I still was like, so I messaged my doctor immediately and just asked what they would recommend, because also I know if you're immunocompromised, then you generally try to avoid like hospital settings, medical settings as much as possible. And the advice from my doctor's nurse and my doctor was go to the emergency room, not the emergency room, go to urgent care. So I go to this urgent care center that was amazing. My best friend recommended it. It's in Rhode Island. It's new. It's called South County Health and Wellness, I think. If you're around this area or if you could drive there, it's worth it. They're so nice. You can check in online and do all the stuff online. So anyways, I fill all that out. I go. I get seen immediately. And the PA just like takes one look at my chin and goes, "Oh, honey." It's so infected, and it got infected so fast over like a 3-day period. It ballooned, and you can kind of see it, but it's literally turning into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's like several in here. So it just merged, and it was this massive thing that was so uncomfortable and hot, and it was basically draining to this lymph node. So we love that. Of course, this would happen to me. I've had this in the past, but here under my eye, and it was the most painful thing ever. I had to go on antibiotics and it drained, luckily, but I still, like when I turn, you can kind of see, and when I smile, I'll get a little dimple here sometimes if I smile really big. So I don't want to get fillers, but if you guys have any recommendations for how to kind of like, I've been going to an esthetician for my skin. I've always gotten acne. It's been a lot better lately, but with being immunocompromised, it means my body has a hard time fighting off infections. Knock on wood. I've had COVID 3 times. Never a single symptom. I've been tired, and I've gotten a kidney infection once while having COVID, so I'm sure that was related, but because I was immunocompromised and my immune system was obliterated, no COVID symptoms. My body could fight COVID into the ground. Pimples? No, apparently not. Can't do it. So you can only laugh at yourself in these situations. Went on doxycycline. Guys, I'm a pro with antibiotics. I have taken them way too many times. Definitely not good. I do take probiotics, don't worry. However, did I think about the fact that you cannot have dairy or eggs within 2 hours of taking Doxy? No. And what is my entire diet? Dairy and eggs. for 3 days. And then on the 4th day, was talking to one of my best friends, and she was like, I'm sorry, you're having cheddar broccoli soup with your doxy? No. So I had to get 3 more days. So it was basically like those 3 days didn't count. I was just obliterating my digestive tract for fun, I guess. But you live and you learn. So no dairy or eggs with doxycycline if you want it to work well. But yeah, now it's like I finished yesterday. I finished it all. And now it's just kind of like the scarring left over. The pores are still kind of decongesting, but there's no infection left, thank God. This is still a little puffy, which I don't love. So I've been working on dry brushing, lymphatic drainage, movement. I think it was just the timing. I had my period in what we call the crap gap before my infusion, the week before. So my immune system was lowered. I had my period. I was doing a lot. I had some big work stuff. So I was pulling 12-hour days and wasn't really moving my body because I was sore and tired from my period. So I think it was just a worst case scenario, but I will be working on flushing the toxins out of my system for the foreseeable future to keep that from happening again. That's the update. That's the whole update. I can tell you've been talking for a while now. So with the Rose Island clips, I want to be mindful of time. I will see you guys. I have so many good ideas for these events and stuff that I want to share with you. And hopefully it keeps going. And if it doesn't, you know, whatever. It's just social media. But I'm sure I will see you guys in the future. This is not the end. And yeah, we're looking forward to being consistent. I have a France vlog that I need to edit and decide based on my footage if I'm making it one video or if I'm going to make it several. I went back in May and it was just the most amazing, like, beautiful experience ever, and reaffirmed my love for French culture and yeah, learning about France and Europe and traveling. I have a gala coming up for my boyfriend's nonprofit. It's not his, he works there, but it seems like it's gonna be a really awesome event. It's the first time that I'm getting to go since knowing him, and I've known him for almost 6 years, so I'm really excited to see that in action. We have my birthday, Thanksgiving. My best friend is coming from Germany. We have a whole lot of things going on. So I'm excited to share that with you all, and I will see you soon.